everybody, to Final Fantasy VII. We have just completed the Reactor 2 setting of the bomb. This is the second mission of Avalanche, and we're seemingly having no problems getting out of the reactor. Now, we all know that's probably not going to be the case, but yeah, so far so good. The mission is proceeding almost exactly as the first one, just a lot smoother. Okay, now we can't go back the way we came in, which is sliding down that pipe and everything, just because it's very slick and you can't. So we're going to actually have to go back out the original way from the previous reactor, up the ladder, and then of course up the elevators to the higher levels, and then out the front entrance practically. Which is never really a good thing. You're sabotaging an area and you just walk out the front entrance. I guess that could work if you decided to go about, being subterfuge and kind of milling in the crowd. If there's like a whole crowd of workers who happen to be coming into work that day, just acting the part, just blending in. But in this case, there's practically no workers, just crazy pipe monsters. There's not much to blend in there. Easy battles, especially now that we have Tifa, which is our designated red mage. But we definitely need some health, because we don't actually have a dedicated healer at the moment. Proceeds as planned, without any dialogue from Barney. Oh gosh, yes, this particular one. I hated this. It's a timing puzzle, not really much of a puzzle, but you gotta hit the button at the same time Barney and, did I say Tifa? Sarah do, and if you don't hit it exactly right, yeah. Excuse me. I'll have to edit out that sneeze, or at least tone it down. Okay, I'm not paying attention. I better do this. Okay, whew. How many tries was that? 4 or 5? I lost count. But I remember my first time, I think it took me about the better part of 15 to 20 tries just to get that right the first time. At least to say I was rather annoyed, and quite early in the game, mind you. So, while we're going out of this whole Reactor 2, I just want to explain a little bit about the setup. It's kind of odd how I have it set up. Like, I'm recording the game off the main computer and the video capture card, but then the actual audio recording I have is actually on the laptop that I'm looking at right now, looking at you guys. That's actually recording my voice and everything separately. And it's kind of weird how I have this set up, 2 different computers and everything, but it gives me full freedom in how to alter my voice levels and sound levels in both the game and the voice audio from this commentary. If it's recorded, say, one by one, then, on the same audio track, then it's next to impossible to, change any sort of volume levels or clipping or anything like that from either audio source. So I find I have a lot more freedom doing it this way, but it's a lot more cumbersome, tedious to set up, but I like it. I like the freedom it gives me with post-editing. Oh dear, you knew it! It's gonna be a trap! Ooh, cursing! They didn't even wait a single game once they got away from Nintendo that Squaresoft's like, let's put some curse words in there. What the heck? We got freedom to do it! Now, this is a surprise, having the actual president of Shinra come down here himself, which, up to this point, is the primary antagonist of the game, as far as you know. So the fact that you meet him this early is quite surprising, especially for a man of his character. You would think he'd be up in his ivory tower, not even caring what's going on with the peons below, but no, he's actually coming down to, I wouldn't say bare fisticuffs with you, but more or less just insult you and have something else, beat you to a pulp. second mention of Sephiroth. Sarah mentioned it briefly in the flashback scene with the well and everything, but it's more of like an offhand type of comment, so you wouldn't think too much about it. But this is the second time his name has been dropped, and by a primary antagonist, no less. So this gives a little bit more weight to who this Sephiroth character is, and we haven't even met him. Not even close. So. Have to get my daughter ready for the prom. In the meantime, I'll have you all slaughtered. Uh-oh. Now, I don't care what anyone says. To me, this is the first boss of the game. This right here is the first boss. There is the Guard Scorpion from the previous reactor, but to me, since it didn't really have the boss battle music to accompany with it, just in my own personal views, I just don't think it was a boss. It's just more like an elevated enemy mini-boss of some sort. But no, here's the actual true boss. And not only that, they kind of hand the battle to you by putting it in a pincer attack. So you're on both sides of this enemy. Which means that if you hit the back side of the enemy, it does double damage. And it actually turns around to face the person who hit it, which, of course, then opens up its back for anybody, next to hit him in the back and do double the damage, or even critical hit it. So it's kind of ridiculous. Your first boss is practically handed to you on a silver platter. So sure enough, I'm going to hit him, do great damage. He's going to do a little counterattack here. His attacks hurt a lot, especially for this early in the game. But, as I said, the boss is handed to you. These attacks serve one purpose and one purpose only, is to kick up your limit break bar so you can just decimate him with limit break. See, this is probably what's going to happen. I'm probably going to kill him with Matthew here. This looks like it's going to hurt. But if I had not attacked him first, or if he had not turned around, this wouldn't do as much damage as it's going to do. Oh, that's a critical too! Is that it? That's it! Oh, that was awesome. Okay, so that boss battle didn't last long at all. Proved all of my points to a T. Great. Oh, good gosh! It's a very bad aftershock, though, when you kill this thing. Oh, there's a choice here that affects relationship values. You say, be strong, you get points with Barret. But if you say, I don't know if I can hold on, you get points with Sarah. I said Barret again, it's Barney. So used to their old classic names. Oh no! Bye, Cloud! Barely knew ya. So just to give an idea of the space here that's going on, the reactors are actually up on the upper plate, and that's where they were. But now you've fallen down to the lower plate, back into the slums, where Tifa 7 Heaven and all that are. Ooh. This is interesting. This is an illusion, not an illusion. This is a early preview of some of the mental things going on with Matthew at the moment. You have no idea what any of this means, any of this internal dialogue, until much later, like on disc 2. This will all start making sense. Ah! And we meet this lovely flower girl again. Ah! We're not even close to Sector 7. We're 2 sectors away. No. Matthew's dead. The roof of the church from that high up, then this flower bed, is not enough to prevent a splattering. No, he's dead. But video game logic dictates a plot must go on. So, miracle flowers are miraculous. Oh, I don't know if she said it yet, but been kind of I'm busy talking to you guys. But she says, this is the only place in Midgar where the flowers grow. I'm going to call her out on this lie, either in this video or the next one. Just you wait. Okay, all these questions he's asking you, you're the slump drunk. No, selling flowers. Unless you don't want to pick her as the date later in the game, pick something else, the slum drunk, and no, I don't remember you, and you have a shot at Sarah, Barney, and then later Yuffie. Yeah. Yuffie's a hard one to get, I think. I'm still wondering what I'm going to name Yuffie. I don't know what new name I'm going to give her. Do you have any ideas? No ideas?
No.
Okay. So she like looks at him a little bit before going back to the flowers like, I just might bag myself a hot guy. We have no idea what she's called, what her name is. Do people actually make those arm gestures? Ah, I know exactly what I'm going to name Eris, or Aerith, if you prefer. I'm going to name her a name that my wife actually preferred last time we played through this game, and she was adamant that I named her Kiko. I know. Keiko. Sorry. What is the reasoning behind that name?
Huh?
What was the reasoning behind the name? Keiko, the flower girl?
I just liked it.
You just liked it. Kind of sounds like to me like Kiko's Copies, or what is that? Kiko's. It was Kiko's Copies, right? Kinko's or.
It was Kinko's.
Kinko's. Oh yeah, that brand of office stores that allowed you to do copies, I guess, of various paper products. Whatever happened to them? Did they go out of business?
Don't know.
Probably. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then they probably went out of business. But that's what her name reminds me of. Keiko, Kinko, Kino. Yes, this is our first meeting with the Turks. They're a side batch of antagonists that you will meet throughout the game. And this is just one of them that you will meet. There's actually quite a few characters within the Turks. If I had to describe the Turks in a short sentence, it would probably be the right-hand secretive assassin group of the Shinra Incorporation. They're the ones who are the enforcers. They actually get the seedy, behind-the-scenes stuff done for Shinra. Further proof, here's Shinra's soldiers to back him up. I don't know. Maybe. I haven't figured it out yet. He might die, he might not. And here comes a rather interesting section of the scenario. It's sort of like a half puzzle, half escape fighting segment. You're gonna catch, holy heck! I love that last line. It's great. Alright, so, hold on. I think I have to jump on that red pillar there. Yeah, here we go. Or not, just jump straight. Yeah. Here's a talking point. Okay, they jumped that huge distance. Unless there's like some sort of height elevation from that platform to the bottom of the stairs, there's no way she can't make this jump too. If she made that jump with Matthew, Kiko can make this jump as well. But for some reason, all of a sudden, she's just like, nah, I can't do it. It's too far. She's like, nope, I gotta find another way around. I'm like, you just jumped with me to the stairs. Why can't you do this too? Makes no sense. Oh, sure, you're coming for her, but you want to shoot her to smithereens? That's smart. Okay, I gotta judge here. It's either that barrel at the top. Hold on a minute. You want to have her hold on so you can avoid these battles. Getting into a battle herself. Ah, hedgehogs. I don't even know what else they're called. Hedgehog pies. Oh, really? We're just making this battle longer than it really needs to be. What makes this whole section annoying, and it was annoying for me the first time I played this game, was the fact that any of these battles that you get into in this church, you fight alone. So it's like typically, you know, between 2 to 3 enemies against your one turn. So they get about 3 attacks in on you, sometimes 4, before you have a chance to get in your one. And if they happen to dodge like that first enemy did, it just drags the fight on longer, and it's just annoying. It really is. So, although I like the atmosphere of this whole sequence, it drags on a little bit long, and I don't really care for it, even going through it so many times. Yes, I think this one. No! Gosh darn it. No, it was the one on the upper left. That was the barrel I needed. Okay, 1-on-1. We'll see just how bad her attack power is. On the bright side, I think the game starts you off in the back row with Keiko. Is it Keiko again? Keiko. Gosh, I gotta think of Keiko like the chocolate. Keiko. Then why not just spell it C-A-C-A-O? Keiko. Anyway. But yeah, so they put her in the back row just starting off, and based on how I'm going to play her, I'm probably going to want to move her to the front row at some point. But the video's running a little long, so I'm going to probably split it right here and come back to it in the next video. So, see y'all in the next one. Later.